Welcome back. Today we're diving straight into Judges chapter 15, and this one really starts with a bang, doesn't it? A real twist.
It absolutely does. Samson decides, sometime later to go visit his wife. Brings a young goat, a gift. Seems normal enough.
Right, like he's ready to patch things up, perhaps.
Exactly. But when he gets there, her father just blocks the door. Won't let him see her.
Seriously, after everything, what's his reason?
Well, his excuse is pretty flimsy, honestly. He just says, oh, I thought you hated her, so I gave her to your companion, your friend.
Just like that. Gave her away.
Yeah. And then he offers the younger sister. Say she's better looking anyway, like it's some kind of consolation prize.
Wow. That's quite something. And Samson's reaction? I bet it wasn't quiet.
Not at all. He doesn't just get angry at the father. He immediately goes bigger. He says, this time I'm justified in harming you Philistines. I won't be blamed.
So, one man's action, or rather, betrayal, becomes a reason to target the entire group.
That's exactly it. And his method for getting even is, well, it's incredibly dramatic and destructive.
This is the foxes, right?
300 foxes. He catches them, ties them tail to tail in pairs.
300. Just imagine trying to catch that many foxes.
I know, right? And then he takes torches, fastens one to each pair of tails, likes them.
And lets them loose. Into the Philistines' field.
Exactly. Their standing grain, the shocks they'd already harvested, their vineyards, their olive groves, everything. The scale of the destruction must have been immense. It's agricultural terrorism, really.
Total devastation of their food supply. So how do the Philistines respond to, flaming foxes destroying their livelihood?
Well, they figure out pretty quickly who's responsible. They ask who did this. And someone says, Samson, the Timnite's son-in-law, because his father-in-law gave Samson's wife to his companion.
Ah, so they pinpoint the cause and their revenge.
It's brutal and direct, but not at Samson initially. They go and they burn his wife and her father to death.
Oh, horrific. So the very people caught in the middle pay the price. The cycle just keeps escalating.
Precisely. And Samson, of course, sees this as yet another offense. He tells the Philistines, since you've acted like this, I swear I won't stop until I get my revenge on you.
And does he?
Oh, yeah. The text says he attacked them viciously and slaughtered many of them. Then he retreats, goes down and stays in a cave in the rock of Etam.
Taking refuge. But the Philistines aren't going to just let that slide, I assume.
Nope. They regroup, come up, and camp in Judah, specifically near a place called Lehi.
Putting pressure on Samson's own people, the Judahites.
Right. The men of Judah come out and ask the Philistines, why have you come up against us? And the Philistines are blunt. We've come to take Samson prisoner, to do to him as he did to us.
So now the men of Judah are stuck in the middle. What do?
They go find Samson. 3,000 of them go down to the cave.
3,000 to get one guy.
Shows you how serious the situation was, right? They basically say to Samson, look, what have you done? Don't you get it? The Philistines rule over us. Why make things worse?
And Samson's defense.
It's that same tit-for-tat logic. I only did to them what they did to me.
So the Judahites decide they have to hand him over.
Yeah, they don't want war with the Philistines. They tell Samson, we've come to tie you up and give you to them.
Yeah.
But they make him swear an oath first.
What oath?
They swear they won't kill him themselves. They just want to deliver him. He agrees, so they tie him up tight with 2 brand new ropes.
New ropes, probably thinking that'll hold him for sure.
You'd think so.
Yeah.
They lead him out of the rock and towards Lehi, where the Philistines are waiting.
And the Philistines must be feeling pretty triumphant at this point.
Oh, they come running towards him, shouting. But right then, at that moment, something happens.
The Spirit of the Lord.
Exactly. The text says the Spirit of the Lord came powerfully upon him. And those new ropes, they just snapped. Like burnt string, fell right off his hands.
Incredible. Instant freedom, divinely given. So he's unbound, facing an army. What does he do?
He looks around, spots something on the ground. A fresh jawbone of a donkey. Still moist, not tried out.
Not exactly standard military issue.
Not at all.
Yeah.
But he grabs it, and with just that jawbone, he strikes down 1,000 Philistines.
1,000 men. With the donkey's jawbone. That's legendary. Almost unbelievable.
It's meant to be extraordinary, a demonstration of God's power through him. And Samson even makes up a little poem of boast about it afterwards.
Right. The part about making donkeys of them.
That's the one. With a donkey's jawbone, I have made donkeys of them. With a donkey's jawbone, I have killed 1,000 men. And he names the place Ramath Lehi, which means Jawbone Hill.
Quite the victory. But after killing 1,000 men, I imagined he's probably exhausted.
Completely spent. And desperately thirsty. He actually cries out to the Lord then. He says, you gave your servant this great victory, Must I now die of thirst and fall into the hands of the uncircumcised?
A moment of real vulnerability after that immense show of strength. Does God answer?
He does. God opens up a hollow place right there in Lehi, and water gushes out.
Miraculous provision.
Samson drinks, his spirit returns, he's revived. And that spring gets a name too, and Hakor, meaning spring of the one who called.
So power, victory, and then sustenance, all from unexpected sources.
Absolutely. And the chapter ends by just stating flatly that Samson led or judged Israel for 20 years during that period of Philistine dominance.
20 years, wow. It's such an intense chapter, this relentless cycle of vengeance, the sudden bursts of incredible power, the very unusual weapons and water
It
sources.
really is a roller coaster.
It definitely leaves you thinking. When you see strength and solutions coming from such surprising, almost bizarre places like a jawbone or a miraculous spring, what does that make you consider about where real capability might come from? Especially, when you feel backed into a corner yourself. Something to reflect on.